We have a splendid actor with us this morning. Oh, and also he's a good kisser, too. Don Murray is his name. Those of you who are a little older, we're going to talk about some of the things he's done before, but recently, I think the most often that we've seen him in is Knots Landing. He played the husband of Michelle Lee. Have you kept up, before you get killed, have you kept up with what's been happening in Knots Landing?
Very much. I've kept up. As a matter of fact, I've seen the show more since I've been off it than when I was on it, because when I was on it, I knew what was happening. And since I've been off it, I have to watch every week to see what my friends are up to.
Do you know what your wife has done?
My wife, she's fine. It's my sister that I worry about. I approve of my wife's marriage.
Oh, it's all right with your blessing?
That's wonderful. Yes, I just don't like... I would have liked to have seen them married in a proper church, not in that Las Vegas place. But anyway, the one that I'm upset with is my sister. I can't believe what Abby is up to these days. She was never like that when she was living at home with me. As soon as she gets out from under my thumb, she goes, wow.
Tacky. Are you sad to have left the show in any way, or why did you leave the show?
I left the show to do my own series. I went to the producers of the show and I told them I was very happy with the show, very happy with the people, but I wanted to do my own series, and one which I would be doing most of the writing, and a series that was based on stories around one family rather than 5 or 6 or 7 families as is in Knots Landing. And after about a 6-month negotiation, they finally let me do it. And I wrote the script, and the producers, Laura Marr and the network CBS, liked the script and bought it. Now they're making up their mind whether they're going to make a series of it or not. We don't know whether they're going to be able to fit it into their schedule.
What will it be called?
It's called City Lights, Country Road.
Okay, we'll look for that down the road, but what we want to look for immediately is a new program he's done on CBS called Thursday's Child, and it will air February 1st here on 1011 Strong. That's about a real-life story of a young man, a young boy who is your son, who has a heart transplant.
That's right.
And it's a real story.
Yes, it is. It actually happened. His mother wrote the story, and it's not only very dramatic and a true story, but it's tremendously moving, because the boy, you like him immediately, especially as played by Rob Lowe. The kid is an athletic kid, he's a very healthy kid, a kid with a great sense of humor, and even when he discovers that he's very, very likely going to die, and certainly will die without a heart transplant, he still never loses his brightness and his humor. He never becomes dreary, and the show never becomes downbeat or dreary. It's a very positive kind of energetic show.
We want to take a look at a scene right now. Will you set up the scene with you and Gina Rowlands?
This is one of the real quiet moments of the film. This is one of the moments where they're waiting while the operation is going on. They're just waiting to see what's happening. And, well, that's all you need to know, and the rest is self-explanatory.
Why? I've never once said that word. Never tried to argue with God. I've never questioned. Why put him through all of this? And then just maybe take it all.
I've said the word 100 times. I stood on the deck of the tug and shouted it to the wind.
I always rely on you to tell me everything's going to be all right.
You know, you've been wearing that same dress for 3 days now?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I guess I have. I'm surprised you noticed.
Why don't you put on some lipstick and brush your hair?
Okay. If you straighten your tie. Around the corner.
Okay, we're looking for it on February the 1st, but let's go back a few years. Do you know, I remember you so clearly. I have, in my mind's eye, a picture of you in Bus Stop with Marilyn Monroe. That was your first movie.
Yes.
I can see you so clearly. You were so cute. You were so cute. but the thing that...
I feel another kiss coming on. You better be careful.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll keep going. Hatful of Rain. You remember Hatful of Rain and Bachelor Party. Now, those three, of all the things that you've done, stick out the most vividly in my memory. Why is that? I wonder.
Well, it might be because they were my first films. Those are the first three films that I did, and I was new on the scene, and people pay attention to things that are new. Mm-hmm. And also, they were such good scripts. I mean, they were wonderful films with terrific directors. That was Joshua Logan did Bus Stop, and Delbert Mann, who was the fellow that won an award for Marty. He did Bachelor Party, and Fred Zinnemann did Hatful of Rain.
You've been with a number of the biggies. Helen Hayes, in Skin of Our Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the PBS show recently?
Yes, I did. It was wonderful. It was really excellent. Helen Hayes and Mary Martin and the famous director, George Abbott, were all in the version that I did.
The first PBS program done live.
Yes, it was
and you know,
very exciting.
Thornton Wilder's play holds up amazingly
Doesn't it?
well.
It's
really
very
does.
apropos for today.
It really
Yeah.
does. The curious thing is you used to play semi-pro basketball.
Yes.
The people are so, you're what, 6'1"?
6'2".
6'2".
I'd be
Well,
a
you're not
shrimp
exactly
today.
short, but now they're 7 feet tall.
I know.
If you were playing semi-pro ball today, would you even stand a chance?
I would have to play guard. I played forward in semi-pro ball, and I'd have to switch to guard today. Whether I'd stand a chance, my problem would be, see, I probably would only for one reason. I was not a starter. I was put in always to score points, and that was my skill.
Did you score?
Yes, yes.
A lot, I bet.
Only on the basketball court, nowhere else.
Do you think they should raise the basket? These people are so gigantic.
Maybe so. I still think it's an interesting game, though. And because when I was playing, nobody dunked. I mean, you never, everybody threw up at the basket. Nobody dunked like they do. Now even guards dunk. Guys my size dunk today. But it is a different game. There was nobody that tall when I played.
I know the first thing you were in on Broadway.
What?
Rose Tattoo.
That's right.
Eli Wallach. You were the sailor.
Marine Stapleton, yes.
You were
that's
the little
right.
sailor boy.
Yeah.
You've come a long way, my dear. A
Thank
long
you.
way. We'll be watching for him here on 1011 Strong. Remember, February 1st, the program. Oh, it's Thursday's Child.
Thursday's
Why
Child.
Thursday? Why the name Thursday?
Because Thursday's Child has far to go. It's
I thought
Monday's
my
Child
child
is
full of-
Monday's Child is fair of face,
Tuesday's
Tuesday's Child is full of grace, Wednesday's
Wednesday's
Child is full of woe, Thursday's Child
has far to go. And
Yeah.
Friday's Child, I couldn't remember.
I think Must Toil for a Living. No, it's Friday's Child is Loving and Giving, is it? And then there's Saturdays Must Toil for a Living, and then Sundays I don't remember.
Sunday goes to church.
Then Sunday go to church, right?
Go to
Right.
church.
What else?
Thursday's Child has far to go. February the 1st with Don Murray. It's a very special program. Thank you, Don.
Thank you. It was a real pleasure.
Thank you. Let me kiss you now. Do I do it as well as you do it?
Beautifully.
You do it real well. And 10:11 morning continues.